Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are thinking about joining the military, if you're currently serving, or if you want to know what life is like day to day in the uniform, then you are in the right spot. My name is Nikki, and welcome back to Nikki Speed TV. Today I'm going to be going over how do I join the military and everything you need to know. I've been listening, I've been reading, and I just always thank you guys for your feedback. So today I got a few questions that I'm going to answer about joining the military, what is required, and in the future, we're going to get some other videos as well. So if you do have questions or if there's a topic that you would like for me to cover, definitely leave it down in the comments down below. And also, if you like my content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel so you don't miss a thing. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Question number one is, what are the basic requirements to joining the Air Force? And so I'm going to be going over the Air Force because that's the branch that I'm in. And also, I just don't have a lot of knowledge on the other branches of the military. To join the Air Force, you have to be between the ages of 17 to 39 to enlist. And I believe that officers can commission or be on contract until the age of 42. There's a waiver for everything. Do they give age waivers? I don't know. That's going to be between you and your recruiter. But yeah, so those are the ages. You have to be between the age of 17 and 39 if you're going to enlist, and up to the age of 42 if you're going to become an officer. So in order to enlist into the Air Force, you have to have at least a high school diploma or a GED. If you want to become an officer, it's required that you have a minimum of a bachelor's, and it can't just be a bachelor's degree in anything. It has to be a bachelor degree that the Air Force can benefit from. For me, I'm a nurse, and so I'm a nurse in the Air Force, and so therefore, yes, I am an officer. But if you have a bachelor's degree in something like basket weaving or something like that, I don't even know if they even make that. I don't know. But I don't know if the Air Force is going to be able to use that. So therefore, I don't know if you will be able to come in as an officer. That's going to be something that you can talk to with your recruiter. If you do have questions for recruiters, I do know some, so definitely let me know down in the comments, okay? Let's talk about the physical and medical qualifications. You have to be a certain weight. You have to be under a certain weight if you go into the military. They go by your height. And so there's a max weight that you cannot be over if you're going to go into the Air Force. And also, not only can you be overweight, but you can also be underweight. The longer I've been into the military, into the Air Force, I've learned that some people were not able to join because they were underweight. I know that when you go to basic, they have this table of where people who are underweight, they sit at. Yeah, so don't just think that you could be overweight. You could also be underweight. So talk to your recruiter and they'll be able to give you more information. But that's also information that you can look up online. There's millions of resources that you can use. Just use Google. You can Google minimum, maximum weight for this height, female, male, to join the Air Force. All right, you guys. So the next question is, what score do I need on the ASVAB to get accepted or be accepted into the Air Force? You have to have a minimum of a 31 to join. And that's a minimum. And that's getting the jobs that no one wants. So you always want to make sure that you're aiming and just trying your best to get the best score possible, right? And so it's almost like the ACT where you have different categories and it's a one score, right? So you can score high in one category and low in another category. And the jobs that you're offered is going to be off of what you score in those categories. There are options to where when you come into the military that you can go what they call open general. And used to, people, they were discouraged to say that they want to go open general because it was most of the time you were going to be security forces, which is basically a cop. But when I came in, y'all, honestly, a lot of people, they said they came in open general and they were going medical. I guess it changes on what the Air Force needs at that time. The next thing we're going to talk about is what are the benefits and what's the pay of joining the Air Force. Y'all, this stuff is public information. If you want to know how much anybody makes, it's all on the internet, okay? So what I'll do is I can see if I can find a chart and I can leave the link down below, okay? So the pay depends on, of course, if you're coming enlisted, if you're coming in as an officer, and also how many college credits do you have prior to leaving. So if you're just coming out of high school and you haven't took any college credits, you're gonna come in as an E1. And if you look on the screen here, you'll be able to see this is the base pay of what you'll get every month. Most of the time, people get paid on the 1st and the 15th. You do have the option to get paid once a month, but if you take this total and divide it by 2, this is going to be the amount that you get on the 1st and the 15th. Does that make sense? And so you do so much time as an E1, you automatically get E2, you automatically get E3. So for me, when I came in, because I had my associates in nursing, I came in as an E3, okay? I was an A1C. I came in because I had so many college credits. And so that's what it goes off of if you're going to come in at a higher rank. Now, it's the same for officers. If you look at the officer pay grade, the pay scale, you will see what you'll get paid. Like I said, it's public information. It's all online. I'll leave a link down below. And also you can refer to the chart that I just had down here, okay? So now we're going to talk about bonuses. So there are some enlisted jobs that get bonuses, but they're few and far in between. Although I do believe that, and don't quote me on this, but I do believe they're looking into giving more jobs bonuses, but a lot of times enlisted members, they don't have bonuses. Now, when it comes to officers, you do have the opportunity to get bonuses depending on your job and what qualifications is needed for that, if that makes sense. If I was to get my med-surg certification, pass the test, be in for so long, then you can get a retention bonus. The bonus depends on how many years you decide to be retained, right? So the more or the longer that you decide to be retained, then the higher the bonus can be. So what is life like in the Air Force? So life in the Air Force, honestly, it's like on the outside, except you just have a few more rules. The standards are higher, but you're still working for someone. You're still getting paid. You do have medical insurance. You have dental insurance. That's free. You can have kids for free. When it comes to moving, you get to move every couple of years. You get to deploy. When it comes to your duty station, it depends on your job because every job is not at every station, right? So if you're, I'm just saying security forces is going to be at each base because each base needs and has security, right? But if you're going to be a med-surg nurse or a ICU nurse, then unfortunately you cannot go to just any base because not all bases have hospitals. For me, I'm from Arkansas, and so the base at Little Rock Air Force Base, they don't have a hospital. They have clinics, right? And so if I want to be a clinic nurse, then I could go there. But if I went, if I stay on the floor or go to the ICU, I can't go there. There's so many bases that I can go to as either a med-surg nurse, ICU nurse, etc. Are you thinking about joining the Air Force? If so, drop those questions down in the comments and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you turn those notifications on so you don't miss the next video, okay? All right, y'all. Peace.